Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This can be past, present, or future. You or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, simply email me and I will assist you with doing so. Hope you all are happy and safe and feeling great. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Hi. Tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. And it is a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on this channel and you really want to see what's up. Okay? All right, I'm hearing keep going. Keep going. Okay? Someone needs to know that they need to keep going. Someone needs to know that they need to trust the process. Even though you have been through a lot, even though you may be feeling a lot of pressure, you could be feeling emotional, okay? Trying to keep your vibe up. You're trying to maintain your peace in a situation. You're trying to stay in good spirits. You're doing all that you can. Don't be so hard on yourself. What does the collective need to know regarding them to keep going? What is it that the collective need to know regarding them needing to keep going, okay? What is it they need to know? Okay. So yeah, someone needs to keep going, even though, you know, the situation to you may be tiresome to you. You may feel stressed. You could feel overwhelmed, you know, feeling like you want a break, you know, from a situation. Possibly you have tried repeatedly, you know, you've been working hard. You could be someone who could possibly work in food service, or maybe you have a second job working in food service, okay? Maybe pick up on someone saving money, saving funds, maybe to relocate or make some kind of large purchase or something that you are hoping for. You could be planning a trip, you know, with your family, with your loved ones. So you're saving your money so that you're able to have some fun. Just as well as you work hard, you deserve to play hard. So you could work in food service or have a second job or a side hustle. Being of service to people, if not in food service. You have a job where you service others. You know, you could be a mechanic, you could be a chef, nail tech, hairdresser, barber, an entrepreneur where you service people. I'm hearing massage therapist, okay, a counselor, whatever kind of career or job or hustle that you have where you service others, okay? And you've been feeling quite stressed because you are looking and you are desiring, not looking, you are desiring to have some form of change in your life. You're very hardworking. Everyone knows this about you. You're very independent, male or female, okay? Gender is fluid in tarot. And people know this about you, but you are desiring something different. You are tired of just working and working and working and doing the same thing. You're ready to explore something more. So you could be desiring a different career change. Maybe you're going back to school to further your education. I see someone also prepping a resume, possibly to maybe apply for other jobs in other areas. You're searching for yourself. You know, you're searching for your light. You're looking for your fitting for your niche, okay? I'm desiring to do something different, okay? The next card we have here is the Seven of Wands. And as you see, she has her hand up, like, talk to the hand, get away, get away, get away from here. And this person is bringing a load, you know. She's saying no more, no more. But this person with the Seven of Wands energy is bringing a load her way. So this could be you in the workspace. Maybe rules and policies and job descriptions are changing. And maybe you feel that they are increasing the workload on you. Doesn't matter what your profession is. You're feeling like you have to do more. There was once a time where it wasn't as hard, but it's starting to put a strain on you and your happiness, your well-being. And metaphorically speaking, this could also represent you feeling that in life overall, you have too much to handle, too much responsibility. Maybe you're searching for someone to possibly assist you if need be. You know, maybe you could be a parent, you know, a single parent I'm picking up on that works two jobs. You know, you have a family at home and you're very responsible and very hardworking, but you are looking for some sort of relief, okay? okay? You could be looking or expecting a windfall. I see someone playing the lotto, yeah, play the lotto. Go ahead, go for it. I'm not going to tell you not to, okay? Because all great things are possible, but you're looking for some kind of turnaround in your life. You would like to change, um, being the one, being the matriarch. Not that you want to give up your responsibility. You love your children. You're grateful for what you have, but you're looking for more bliss and more time for you to relax from time to time. But you may feel that as you move forward, life is like handing you more and more responsibilities, okay? And so you're trying to find some kind of balance in between the two. You're not trying to neglect your responsibility, but you're trying to find a balance to where you could be happy, where you could maybe take a day off and not worry or wonder about how the bills are going to get paid. There's a lot of changes going on in the world worldwide. Many of people are readjusting, economically speaking. Okay, when it comes to the coins, doesn't matter what your tax bracket is. Everyone is making adjustments in their life, whether it's big or small. So you're not alone, collective, and spirit wants you to know this. You are not alone in the situation. You don't have to feel, sad or be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Everyone is making adjustments. Even the people who appear to you that they're not making adjustments because maybe you see them for an example. Okay, there's nothing wrong with wearing name brands. We can do what we want. You may have a friend who loves to wear labels or name brands, and maybe you see that there hasn't been no adjustment in their shopping, since these changes have arrived, here on planet Earth. And you may look at them on the outside and say, I'm making adjustments, but I see my friend hasn't made no adjustments. Spirit is saying, do not be fooled. Don't compare yourself to anyone, but Spirit is saying, do not be fooled. Do not look at people outside of you and compare yourself and make assumptions, because really it is none of our business. Let's be honest. But I'm using this as an experience, as an example, for the experience that you are going through at this time. Do not look at people and think because everything looks like it's cookie cutter and it looks beautiful on the outside that they have nothing going on. Because we all live different lives, we're from different backgrounds, and we all have different things that we are coping with on a daily. Doesn't matter who you are, and people may not share this, and some will, some won't, and that's okay. But everyone is dealing with something. Even millionaires, billionaires, they will tell you, "Yes, I have some ish that I am not comfortable with dealing with. Yes, I have some issue that I do not like." So don't be so hard on yourself. Do not be fooled by choosing to judge a book by its cover. Do not be fooled by because you see someone who is able to obtain lots of material things or labels, or that they're ahead of you. Spirit is saying you are right where you need to be, according to your life and your destiny. And we all know that we are all individually, uniquely, divinely created. And if not, I've just informed you of that. Okay, so we all have our own path, our own mission, and our own experiences to endure for different reasons. And it's not always about punishment. There's someone watching or going to see this video that's thinking that they're being punished. No, everything is not always a negative. You are not being punished. Okay, there are lessons to be learned, and we are all, reflections of each other, and we are catalysts who are placed to cross different paths of people on multiple levels, so that we can learn and experience different lessons. Everything is not to hurt you and out to get you. Somebody really needs to hear that, okay? So it's not always negative. Just like if you see a tower card, it doesn't mean something is doom and gloom. Someone pulls a death card, it doesn't mean a literal death, okay? These pictures and these depictions, sometimes are interpreted, sometimes, metaphorically, okay? All right, sometimes logically, and then sometimes metaphorically. They are distribute, and they are descriptive whenever you are hearing tarot. So don't assume the worst, Spirit is saying. So that's for someone. Okay, expect a positive outcome. All right, and the next card we have is the Page of Cups. And so it is a time for you to, be astute of who you are and where you are in your life, and be grateful and thankful for who you are and where you are. You may hear this repeatedly a lot. The things that you hear repeatedly, repetitively, it's because you need to hear it, whether it comes from me or someone else, okay? It's a good idea to just be grateful, to stop measuring. And that goes back to what I just said about looking outside of yourself and comparing your life to other people's. You never know what a person is experiencing. Those people whom you see that have all the labels or the expensive handbags, you never know what they are going through behind closed doors. You never know what kind of debt that person is facing, what kind of stress or what kind of arguments or disagreements or that they're having in their household or with their spouse regarding their spending habits. You never know how many loans or how many times a person has to mortgage their property to stay on top of things. And I'm not saying this to make you feel good, but I'm just giving an example that none of us know what the next is doing, and it's really none of our business. But I'm explaining to you that there's always more than what meets the eye, but never ever compare yourself and measure what you have and where you are compared to the observation of someone else's life. You do not know what it takes that person to maintain what they have, to hold on to it. That person may be dealing with some kind of abuse, some kind of conflict, some kind of debt or financial burden, as I just mentioned. You never know. They could be on a hamster wheel of toxicity just to maintain a particular image or upkeep of life. So don't be swayed, male or female, but there's some people, Spirit say there's some people that needs to hear this. Don't be fooled because what you are seeing is an illusion, okay? All right, there are many fishes in this tank. He's standing there watching. Ooh, wow, which one? There are many, but it's best to choose thyself and be grateful for who you are and where you are. You hear it a lot because it needs to be heard a lot. It needs to be reiterated. It needs to be repeated, okay? Everyone wants the 10 of cups, and there's nothing wrong with desiring the 10 of cups. It is obtainable. This is limitless potential, happy family, happy wife, happy life, if not married, a healthy, romantic connection with someone, male or female, two women, two men, whatever floats your boat. All are welcome on this channel and highly appreciated here on this channel. But the 10 of Cups is something that everyone desires, even if no one says it. This is something that everyone desires, but very few are willing to do the work to get there. So Spirit is saying, whatever it is that you desire, even though those days of working hard till your feet is sore and you're limping, I know what that's like. Okay, where your feet is hurting and you're limping, walking to your car or trying to swipe out, or you picking up that overtime, knowing you need to rest. Spirit is saying, keep going, keep believing in yourself. The only way to see yourself through is to keep on showing up. Okay, keep doing what you have to do to take care of your family. Your hard work and your good deeds have not gone unnoticed, but keep doing what you have to do because this 10 of Cups is obtainable for you. It's not something that's being pulled. This is a confirmation, okay? There are no coincidences. This card was not dug out of the pile, okay? It came out of the pile. And so it's your confirmation that this 10 of Cups is obtainable, but you cannot give up. It's okay to lighten your load. It's okay to, if you need help, maybe you are a single parent, or whether you aren't, maybe you have a two-spouse household, and maybe you just need an off day or two, a break from the children. If there is someone that you can trust to assist you, Spirit is saying, go ahead, receive the help that is around you. That is being offered to you. You have family or friends who can assist you, maybe with running errands sometime. Maybe there are some things that needs to be done, and you're probably too tired from work. If there's someone else you can get to do it, go ahead and do it. Another great example, even for you men that are watching, maybe you cut your own lawn, okay, but you work hard as well. You may have a day where you have all the lawn equipment in your garage. I mean, you have the new lawnmower, okay, the new one, not the old one that run by gas. You got the new one, you got the edger, you got everything a person could want. But you may have a day, men, my fellas, kings, y'all may have a day where you want to put your feet up and you don't want to go out in the yard, okay? Go ahead and let somebody else cut that line. If you got to pay them, whatever, go ahead and take a day off. It's okay to renegotiate your schedule so that you will have balance in your life. And don't beat yourself up about it. I'm also picking up on someone who's into perfection. There is no such thing as perfect. We can enhance and make things better, but don't overly concern yourself with being perfect, because when you do that, what are you comparing yourself to? What is your guide for being perfect? If you're constantly worried about perfection, being perfect, what are you comparing yourself to? That means you're looking outside of yourself. Let that marinate, okay? Take time to be still, as I was just speaking of resting. Take time to be still. Take time to be still so that you can connect with source, so that you can connect with spirit and have that quiet time to yourself. You don't always have to be on, usually, on an off day, you hear a lot of people talk about what they're going to do, but no one ever says, on my off day, I'm just going to meditate, Oh, on my off day, I'm just going to go out in nature. Or, on my off day, I'm just going to relax. I'm gonna have a moment. No one ever thinks that or say that. You always hear, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Spirit is saying you do not have to always be in the energy of constantly on the move, always on the move, always popping. You can say no, you can turn down some invites. Maybe you are someone who helps people, if they need a hand. But if you do not have the energy and you're feeling fatigue, it's okay for you to say no and rest and rejuvenate, okay? The next card we have here is the Magician energy. So Spirit wants you to remember the magic in you. You could be a DJ or someone who loves music. You could be a writer, a singer, a rapper, okay, a composer, a musical composer. You could work in a music studio. You could be someone building a studio. I'm picking up on someone who is buying and ordering equipment so that they can create a studio at home. They do have a lot of nice things where you can really create a studio at home. I've seen that. I've been looking at some things and I said, wow, I was very amazed at what I saw. But I'm picking up on someone who is desiring to have a music studio at home, a microphone, sound booth, or, so that they can create, so they can record and get their talent out there. So go for it. Go for it, whatever your dreams and aspirations are, whatever this 10 of Cups means to you. This 10 of Cups means something different to everyone that is watching. This 10 of Cups would mean something different to anyone who you ask. What does the 10 of Cups means to you? Okay? Some would say abundance. Some would say a loving relationship. Some would say a happy family. Some would say entrepreneurship, being a business owner. Many things, okay? Some would say becoming world renowned, okay? Just like, the topic of what is success to you. That's different for everybody, okay? Another one, what is happiness to you? You will get a different answer from everyone when it comes to happiness. The next card we have here is the Four of Wands. So Spirit is saying just take time to celebrate. Take time to rejuvenate so that you can celebrate, okay? So that you can have your moment of just as well as you work hard. This is you working hard, okay? Picking up that overtime. This could be a second job. I keep picking this up. Or a side hustle for someone where they come whenever they call. Okay, go ahead and make the money, but take rest when needed. Take that time to yourself. Make sure you're grounded and you're staying spiritually in tune, whatever source that you believe in or that works for you, so that you're able to celebrate and enjoy life. Life is about more than just working every day and paying bills and figuring things out. Life is also about having fun. And as I'm speaking to you, I speak to myself too. Sometimes I have to remind myself, it's time for you to go to the bowling alley. What are you doing? Yes, I love bowling. It's time for you to go to the pool hall. It's time for you. I have to remind myself. So sometimes you may have to remind yourself, hey, it's time to go have some fun. And it doesn't have to be nothing extravagant, okay? Because I'm picking up that this read is conveying that it's important for you to go back to the drawing board to configure some time for you to have me time or have some rest, and that will create balance. But Spirit wants you to do it consistently. And it doesn't have to be you having a week off. We know you have a life and responsibility, but it could be something, one day of rest, then the next day off, you go do something nice for yourself. And it doesn't have to be extravagant. Don't get hooked at looking at what you see on social media and say, oh, I got to do it that way, because you saw a picture taken with 10, 20 people around the table popping champagne and sparklers everywhere. You don't have to do everything the way everyone else is doing it. And that's okay to have 10 friends with sparklers everywhere. But don't compare yourself and then be hard on yourself and then get sad and into depression because you're not doing what someone else is doing. Okay, you may see 10 people sitting around the table popping champagne with sparklers, but that they probably had problems or argued over who was going to pay the tab. Okay, you probably had people probably were, before they snapped that picture, shaking up they purse like, I don't know how I'm gonna pay for my meal. I asked for extra gravy. You never know what's behind what you see. That's why one should never be jealous, envious, or compare themselves to any person, place, or thing. It's good to work on yourself, find out what your passion is, remain present, and remain grateful. Okay, that's the best thing you can do, because you never know what someone is dealing with. And if you're someone who maybe look at someone and say, oh, I wish I could trade places, you don't know what they're enduring. You have no idea. And if you really knew, and I'm pretty sure I can get one head nod. I don't have to see you. I can get one person to say, oh yeah, she's right. If you really knew what people were going through, you would be so grateful and love the life that you live in. You would go look in the mirror and give yourself a hug, and you would say, you know what? I love you. I'm going to stop complaining today. I have everything I need. And watch your life change and watch things be placed in your path. Okay? The right people, places, and things, and favor and opportunity be placed in your path, just out of you just being grateful and thankful and realizing that you are all that you need. This concludes the read. I trust and hope that it did assist you for your highest good. Later.